Yeah, absolutely.
Do,
You're definitely not dealing with your inner demons, let's say.
Yeah, like what are you running from,
Um,
girl? Like, you know?
yeah.
do you want to share the trauma that gave that perspective, or do you want us to talk about it
Sure.
tangentially?
Um, yeah, so and I've been very open on my podcast, The Will of the Hunted, about this, and that's kind of what started the whole podcast in general was trying to figure out what the fuck happened to me. I'm sorry, can I swear on here?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't. I'm a good boy,
Okay.
but
Um
you can.
what happened to me? And a lot of it was me trying to understand and unpack what I would later, through a lot of additional therapy, figure out was being trafficked, and kind of everything that went on with that, and escaping it, and finding out how to be a free person, and a healthy person and a happy person after that. So,
I
yeah.
think if can I if I may delve a little bit,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't, and I myself, most the overwhelming majority of people have no idea what being trafficked actually means. Do you mind defining it for us?
Absolutely. So, I think what people see in movies and TV is a very poor representation. It's a very rare circumstance. Like most people aren't just kind of like thrown in a van and like, put in a cargo ship and just like, sent away to be basically sold as like a commercial good overseas to people who have money. The much more common case is, and in my case was basically like someone pretending to be a boyfriend and kind of manipulating you into thinking you're in a relationship with them when they're a complete stranger, and they kind of like systematically isolate you from all of your friends and family and loved ones. They start taking over every aspect of your life, your ability to have your own like free will, like your own ability to think and make decisions for yourself. Like in my case, it went as deep as like medical care. Decisions about medical care were made for me, and basically turning you into someone who can just take commands and uh, make someone money. And it's really dark, but it's not talked about enough, and it's not like it's just not understood. And people aren't. I don't think people are understand like how prevalent it is,
Yeah.
especially in America. I don't know about. I mean, I'm sure the rest of the world too, but yeah.
And
So that's the overview, I guess.
what I want to get, so I have a super naive understanding of what it takes to be trafficked
Okay.
and what that means. So I have some questions. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I'm picking up from your definition specifically is uh, the primary aim. If you want us to stop at any time, just say stop. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
We're not live, and it will just be cut out.
Okay.
So, um, the the primary aim of the trafficker here is to use the victim to make money. That is
Hmm.
the so like a very reductionist definition of what trafficking is that relationship of exploitation with the extra layer of stripping away free will and agency. Correct?
Yes, that's
So
that's perfect.
so basically you just become a product, or
Yes.
a producer for that person, and that is the only way. That is so gross. And like firstly, of course, don't even think it needs to be said, but I cannot imagine, and I'm so sorry that you were a victim of something like that.
Thank
Um,
you. It's okay.
with regards to the comment, I think this is also prevalent in the trans experience right now. I was recently, by one of my viewers, introduced to Jean Baudrillard, the philosopher.
Baudrillard.
Baudrillard. Thank you. I keep calling him
You're welcome.
Baudrillard.
Here.
Baudrillard. Um, that's I think that the concept of being trafficked in the Overton window of being trafficked basically is this hyper realistic version of like the fringe case scenario of being trafficked and being sold off as a product as opposed to everything that happens before that point can even be reached.
Yes. Gotcha.
Luigi, say something.
Oh yeah. I was like, I feel like I learned something. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. No.
I don't know what to, I don't know what, this is a very touchy subject. I don't want to offend, so I don't know what to say.
Oh, okay.
I'm just listening to me.
So yeah, no, absolutely. Like, yeah, people think about it as like a very specific scenario, very specific scene, when it's actually like a very long process that has a lot of different parts. And
Yeah.
you go from being recruited, where someone like, like you hear about like kids, like, oh, stranger DMs you on social media, pretending to like, be a neighbor, whatever. And then that's like kind of the recruiting stage. And then grooming is when they start actually gaining your trust and they start like ins with you or kind of understanding your needs and your like things that, other people may not know about you or may not value about you and kind of filling that void. Like, if someone doesn't have like a strong like father figure, then like they could be like, "Ooh, I see that." And then try to become that to like fill that hole in someone's life.
Do
And
you
then go ahead.
do you think it's always conscious on the form of the traffic? Like there's always an organized thought pattern behind that, or do you think it can be unconscious?
On behalf of the person doing it.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I think excuse me.
Sorry.
I think the difference between trafficking is a form of business and it's a huge industry versus something like kind of abuse. Abuse can be unintentional. Trafficking is a very calculated, very manipulated process that has the end goal of, like exploitative labor, like money, sex, whatever it may be. So it's very intentional. Like it doesn't like kind of like accidentally happen unless but like someone has to really know that this is like they want
Yeah.
to exploit someone for gain, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. The reason I'm asking is because I'm trying to um, understand the line between an abusive, controlling relationship and being trafficked.
Yeah, so if in a lot of times it can also happen within families. So like, you know, a like let's say like an uncle to a young girl, she is, she looks to him as like a father figure. He can, like just putting some trigger warnings out there. If he like sexually abuses her, then that's definitely abuse. But if he is like, oh, I'm gonna have my friends come over and you're gonna do me a favor by doing them favors type thing, and then there's like this like gross exchange, that's where it becomes trafficking because then that person is using someone else to get something,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make sense.
It makes my stomach
Yeah.
turn.
Really gross.
It's so gross.
I never knew. Yeah, like you said before, when people think of trafficking, they think of like a white van and then being sold. but I've
Yeah.
never thought of it with the dynamic of just, using that person to do kind of manipulating them just to control them to do whatever bidding. There's no real, I guess it's transactional, but not
Yeah.
in the way we think
Yeah.
in that example.
Yeah. Like for me, it kind of went from I was very vulnerable, fresh out of a breakup, and that
Sure.
first relationship was not supportive of me being trans, was very
Mhm.
neglectful of my identity. His family wasn't allowed to know I was trans, and he also pretty much refused intimacy with me until I had surgery, which, as you know, takes a long time and there's a lot of hoops to jump through.
Mm.
And when I kind of finally got brave enough to dump him, I was like, well, I'm gonna go get what I want because, like, fuck this guy. Sorry. Um,
Please
like,
swear. Fuck that guy all the way. Like, all the
yeah,
way.
I was
It's
like, oh,
allowed.
okay. I was like, yeah, no, this guy made me feel like shit about myself as a trans woman. And I was like, maybe I need to like look somewhere else to find men who would be interested in trans women, especially pre-op trans women.
Mm.
And I was very naive, and I was using Grinder, which is a gay hookup app. There's also like a lot of trans people on there, and basically I went over for a hookup to some like older guy's house, and from there it kind of escalated into kind of physical violence and drugging, and then kind of immediately, like while you're in the shock of that, they start pretending to be your boyfriend, and then like walking down like the like walking you to the train, to like holding your hand, kissing you in front of other people. And I was 21, so I was like,
Yeah.
well, I guess I have a new boyfriend. And
Yeah.
and then it kind of goes from that to, oh, hey, you have you're a college student with a clothing brand, and you are trying to network with all of these other trans college students. That sounds like I could profit from that, because I guess I was very naive in understanding that trans women, especially, are like very valuable in like the sex industry, because it's like a fetish, it's a like a unusual thing, it's like a taboo thing that like people really are into.
It's
And
the buffet
yeah.
of like sexual intrigue. It's uh
Yeah.
it's all of the tropes, like a woman with a dick, and I'm sorry to put it that way, but that's the
Yeah.
way it's being sold, right? That's what you come across on a website. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's it's hard to articulate from the perspective of being one of those people. Um, and I think that's where the dark humor comes in. Like I've joked before where I'm like on a on a f- on Facebook and I see like find hot trans woman near you. Like bitch, I am the hot trans woman near me. There is no one else here. I would know about them. Like
I am the one.
yeah, this is me.